YSP Frog God here. Season 2 of Deep Rock Galactic Rival Escalation has just released. I've been grinding since it came out. I've already unlocked all the new secondary weapons and their respective gear mods. I'll go over each weapon and their mod skill tree briefly with just some of my thoughts. I'll showcase a bit of gameplay with each one just so you can get an idea of what you're going to want to unlock first. Alright, and the first one up is the Driller's Colette Wave Cooker, aka the microwave. Look at this thing. It's fucking beautiful. We have 5 tiers of gear modifications. I'm starting at 1 all the way down to 5. I'm going to start at 1 and work our way down. So we have increased max damage, increased total ammo, larger AoE. The tier 2, we actually have 2 heat mods. So this gun does not operate with magazines. It operates on an overheat method. So when you hold down the trigger, you gain heat. And once you get to the threshold, the gun overheats and it becomes inoperable while it cools down. So the first mod makes it so the max heat that you can get is a lot higher, so you can hold down the trigger for a longer time. The second heat mod makes it so when you do overheat, the gun cools down way faster. And you also have just a regular rate of fire mod. Tier 3, we have it so when you shoot enemies, they become slowed. Or you have increased hot and cold damage. This gun, when it shoots enemies, it has a chance to inflict extreme cold or extreme heat damage. Because, you know, microwaves can, I guess they can cool shit down. No idea, but that's how it works. Tier 4, you have an alternate larger AoE mode. When you press the R button to reload, it doesn't reload, it switches the lens. The AoE that you can shoot an enemy is very small, but when you have this mod equipped, you press R and it goes from the small little lens to a super big one. So you can do like extreme AoE damage. The only drawback is that it makes the gun overheat super fast. So without the wide lens, you overheat in like 5 seconds. With the wide lens, you overheat in like 2 or 3. It's well worth it though. I highly recommend it. You also have a rate of fire in the tier 4. This gun doesn't have that much ammo. I do not recommend getting rate of fire on it. Unless like an overclock gives it like, I don't know, there's a clean overclock with a whole bunch of extra ammo, then it would be worth it. But I genuinely do not think you can pass up on the wide lens. Just that AoE is insane. And then in tier 5, you have a chance for a toxin cloud when you kill something, a chance for an explosion, and a chance for more hot and cold damage. So that's the Driller's Colette Wave Cooker. We're going to move on to the second weapon. All right, the second weapon is the Engineer's Shard Diffractor. Look at this. We're constantly taking Doretta and getting Omrin hearts. And we have a little piece in this gun. It's pretty cool. It's a huge laser beam. So in tier 1, we have increased AoE damage, increased single target damage, more total ammo. Tier 2, we have increased weak spot bonus damage. The AoE zone is increased. Tier 3, we have larger magazines and increased charging speed. Tier 4 makes a portion of your damage turn to fire damage, or you can also have armor break. Tier 5 adds electricity damage, increased beam duration on kill, and you slow enemies when you damage them. So that is the Shard Diffractor. The third weapon is the Gunner's Armskore coil gun. This thing is a thing of beauty. Each magazine only has 1 bullet. You hold the trigger down to charge it up, and then it fires off the bullet. It pierces through everything. It's super, super cool. Tier 1, increased damage, increased max ammo, increased charge speed. Charge speed is super, super good because the gun takes a little bit to fire. You hold it down, you're there for like 3 seconds, and if you miss, you're screwed. Tier 2, higher charge damage. Fire with less charge. This is super good. You can charge it down for just 1 second and fire it off if you're in a pickle. Or increase reload speed. Tier 3, chance for shots to stun or chance to scare. Tier 4, damage resistance while charging. So this is 33% damage resistance. This is huge, especially if you're running thorns and you're like in the thick of things. You charge up your gun and enemies are attacking you. They're taking damage back with thorns, and then you fire it off. It just, the longer you're alive with thorns, the more damage you're doing. I think this mod is insane. You can also do the shockwave. So when you shoot, it also does like a little shockwave in front of you. Tier 5, enemies explode on death, a larger AoE damage trail. So the trail that the bullet goes through, it gets bigger. Or you can do an electric damage trail, which is pretty neat. I'm more partial to the enemy explode on death, just because I feel like that'll kill more things than just having like a little line of damage in the map. The fourth weapon is the Scout's Nishanka Boltshark X80. Look at this. This thing is a thing of beauty. This weapon is a little bit special in the way that it operates. You basically have 2 quivers, 1 quiver of normal bolts and 1 quiver of special bolts. You pick the special bolts in the tier 1, you either get pheromone darts, which make it to when you shoot an enemy, there's a chance for other bugs to aggro to it and attack it. So let's say you shoot down a Praetorian with it and then all the enemies gang up on it. I think you could do this to bosses, but there's a small chance of it happening. Or you could do explosion bolts. These make it so when you shoot an enemy, when they die, they explode. Or you can do taser bolts, which when you shoot an enemy, it shocks them, stuns them. You can also shoot 2 on the ground and then make a little electric arc, which is pretty neat. In tier 2, increase damage, increase total ammo of normal bolts, or increase total ammo of special bolts. Tier 3, reload speed or projectile speed. I'm a big fan of the projectile speed. This gun shoots a little bit on the slow side. Tier 4, bonus move speed on kill. This is insane. You go so fast with this. You kill something small and you're just zooming around the map. Or you can have semi-auto bolt retrieval. This is super cool. You shoot the gun and you just hover your crosshair on wherever the bolt is at, and you leave it there for like 3 seconds and then the bolt comes back to you. So if you're playing a game and you're running low on nitra, or you just like the run is taking a little bit longer than normal, you basically have infinite ammo with this. This is super awesome. And then tier 5, special bolt duration increases. Bolts magnetize to electric enemies, or bolt sphere. So this gun, super dramatically different playstyles. I love it. Love it. This thing is probably my favorite secondary weapon just because of how many different ways it can be played.
Well done. Your weapon license has been upgraded for the armskore coil gun. Do be careful where you point to that thing. The outer hull isn't in need of more leaks.
Alright, this time is the railgun.
Our scanners have picked up a
Commit
massive
some war
deposit of
crimes.
quark. We're sending you in alongside a heavily armed lifter to get as many out as possible. We're picking up extreme biosigns in the area, so keep it snappy. The quarks can be extracted from the walls. Search for a blue, shimmering light. Get it done, team.
Die like your mother did! Zip line ready! Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of goodies. Have to wait for Mary.
Excellent work. We think you're ready to handle the colette wave cooker. Do keep in mind that using firearms for anything besides combat is strictly against company regulations. Let's not have a repeat of the flamethrower incident in the mess hall.
Alright, let's fucking do this.
Scanners have picked up a massive deposit of a quark. We're sending you in alongside a heavily armed lifter to get as many out as possible. We're picking up extreme biosigns in the area, so keep it snappy. The quarks can be extracted from the walls. Search for a blue, shimmering light. Get it done, team.
Oops. Alright. So I have the wide lens on. Makes for big AoE, but yeah. Excuse my overheating though.
Show him some pain, Bosco!
It's got insane range though.
Wash! I wanna watch that overheat. Sizzling.
If I press R, it switches between lenses.
Good work. I'm happy to inform you that you've been cleared to use the Shard Diffractor, an experimental direct energy weapon sure to come in handy down in the depths. R&D asked me to remind you never to look directly at the beam while firing. I'm not sure how they expect you to shoot the damn thing with your eyes closed, but there you go.
Alright, this time's the laser beam.
An area filled with
Let's see how
quarks
this
and use it
goes.
to bring them all back. Search for a blue shimmering light and extract their quarks from within the walls. You send in a
I like
specialized
that.
heavy lifter.
I like
and
that.
we're expecting heavy resistance.
It
The
looks
lifters will be
nice.
equipped with heavy armaments, but keep focused. It's about the goods.
Don't let him flank you!
Ooh, nice.
Flares! Not ready yet! Loot bug popped! Rock and stone, brother! Eat lead!
Congratulations, you're now licensed for the nishanka boltshark, a lethal crossbow that'll cut through even the toughest armor. I think it suits you. Happy hunting.
Next round is on me!
You protected an area filled
This
with
time it's the
quarks.
crossbow.
You get to bring them all
Whoa.
back. Search for a blue shimmering light and extract their quark from within the walls. We sent in a specialized heavy lifter, and we're expecting heavy resistance, so the lifter's been equipped with heavy armaments. But keep focused. It's about the goods.
Ooh. This one is not going as well as I hope.
Let's clear them out!
Try some explosive rounds. Boom. The explosive rounds are pretty cool. It shoots a little slow, even though I have all the reload perks on it. You saw me pick that bolt up. Look at that. I mean, it's cute. I feel like I have to mess around with this. Or maybe the overclocks will make it like way worth it. But, it's okay. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. Come on, man.